Hey, it's Mike and today I'd like to talk about five sub $5 or almost sub $5 pharma stocks that you should be taking a look at. And that's because I believe that in 2020, there was such a huge focus on infectious disease pharma stocks dealing with the pandemic that these small cap, micro cap pharma stocks were overlooked during 2020. And I think they have the potential to explode higher in 2021. Now, I've done individual videos on each of these pharmaceutical companies. However, I did receive a request to talk about several of these in one video because I believe the strategy here is to own a basket of these stocks because you don't know which one is going to explode higher. However, chances are, if we have a strong year in these really small pharma stocks, that one or two of these stocks will explode higher and then make up for the other three that don't move or that move downward. So I'm just going to show you the five stocks that the five small pharma stocks that are in sort of my basket. So if you just want to, grab a couple of these or one of these or all of these, it'll just help, or it just helps you create your own list. So I'm going to start first with Jaguar Health. They do plant-based pharmaceutical treatments, and the stock over the past month has risen really high. So you may get a bit of a pullback here, but I do think this is a stock that's headed towards $5 a share. You see it did have this big spike, so it does need some time to work its way back down. It may go back down to like maybe down to the $3 level. However, if you want to, just start accumulating a little here and there because you never know exactly when a small stock like this with a sub $400 million market cap is going to explode higher. But Jaguar Health, it trades on the NASDAQ under symbol JAGX. Okay, the next stock I'd like to talk about is Oberlin Therapeutics. This stock recently exploded higher by about, I think it was like, had a 500% return and then started moving downward. Obviously, when you have a big bump like this, it's going to move down. So what happened with Oberlin is Oberlin creates weight devices that help with weight management, and they announced a merger with Reshape. So this is going to become a pretty, not a huge, but a larger sort of weight management pharmaceutical or therapy company or medical device company. And obviously, in the United States, 2/3 of American adults are overweight and 1/3 are obese. So there's going to be huge demand for Oberland/Reshape's products. So I definitely think this stock has the potential to double in price over the next 12 months. Now, I did cheat here because it is slightly above the $5 level, but this was essentially a sub $5 stock for such a long time. I just put it in the basket. And I definitely think Oberlin Therapeutics has a potential to explode higher, especially after they complete the merger. I don't know the exact date that the merger with Reshape is going to take place, but it should take place probably within the next couple of months. So let's go ahead and talk about the next stock is CheckCap. And CheckCap basically creates devices to make it easier to do colonoscopies. And obviously, colon cancer is one of the most prevalent cancers in older adults. And every year, I believe there's like 200,000 new cases of colon cancer and over 1.5 million worldwide. And everyone over the age of 50 should get a colonoscopy every couple of years. So that's going to be huge demand for CheckCap's products. Now, the stock was down almost 14%. However, it did move up after hours. You look at the 1-month chart, there's a stock that's broken through the $1 barrier. So obviously, it just needs to pull back a bit. But I do see CheckCap as being another one of these sub $5 pharmaceutical stocks that could break through the $2 barrier. And if it could break through the $2 barrier, then it could break through the $5 barrier. So this is definitely another one of those pharmaceutical companies I just put in my basket because I do think it has a good chance to explode higher over the next 12 months. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to this stock. I actually did my first video on it this morning, and I haven't bought this stock yet, but I'm going to buy it. It's Adamas Pharmaceuticals. Adamas Pharmaceuticals does therapies and drugs in a bunch of different areas, but what I really like about Adamas is that they are getting close to getting approval on a therapy for opioid addiction. And if you know about opioid addiction, it's really prevalent in the United States. A lot of people hooked on painkillers and they're trying to get off of it. If Adamas can get their opioid therapy approved, that could cause this stock to really explode higher. And I'm talking about maybe go to $5 to $10 a share. So I definitely put Adamas Pharmaceuticals in the mix. If you look over the past month, this stock has moved up nicely through the $1 barrier, and I think it could definitely head towards the $2 barrier. And if it could break that, then it's on a charge to $5 a share. So Adamas trades on the NASDAQ under symbol ADMP. Okay, and finally, let's talk about Zomedica Corp. Now, Zomedica Corp is a little different because Zomedica Corp is a pharmaceutical company that focuses on dogs and thyroid conditions. So it's not for humans, it's for dogs. However, you have to consider during the year 2020, a lot of people probably were not taking their animals to the vet because probably monetary issues or just issues with the pandemic. However, with the pandemic looking like it'll be over this year, I think there'll be a refocus on veterinary care and Zomedica that they sell these thyroid diagnostic machines. I think a lot of veterinary offices will probably make investment in these machines because it could help boost their business. This is a sub $1 stock, but you can see it has risen dramatically over the past month. So now it's you get some profit taking coming in. I think Zomedica builds a base, and once it can break through $1 share again, it can definitely make a charge up to $2 and then possibly up to $5 a share. So Zomedica trades under the on the NYC under symbol ZOM. So just to recap real quickly, this is Zomedica, ZOM, Adamas Pharmaceuticals, ADMP. Check Cap trades on the NASDAQ CHEK. Oberlin Therapeutics trades on the NASDAQ OBLN. And finally, Jaguar Health trades on the NASDAQ under the symbol JAGX. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications. I do multiple daily updates on stocks, options, and stock trading strategies. Thanks a lot. Bye.